Myself K.S.Rangasamy, assistant professor working as information technology at K.S. College of Technology. In this class, we can see the user interface design. Most of the companies have a different web page for the products for the user convenience. Mainly, the focus for the user convenience means easy to understand the products. At the same time, the difference of the other products, organization products also. The main thing is bring the concept of the interaction design and visual design and information. For example, if we have the product means, for example, you have the computer means different organizations have the different features. At the same time, they have the different price list. In this web page, we can see the difference and the other companies also. And next one is then different types, the command line and the graphical user interface and the menu drive and the form based and natural language. In this 5 is a major components. In this the command line and the graphical user interface nowadays recently used. Most of things is the graphical user interface is the advanced one. For example, the OS designing or use this graphical user interface. And next one is the components of the user interface. These are major components. Without these components, we cannot design any web pages. For example, input control. Input control means checkbox, then radio buttons, drop down list, then buttons, tool, text field. For example, if you have the web page like Google means, in this we have the menu bar, text field. We can to search. This is the input control. Next one is the navigational components. In this breadcrumb, slider, search field, pagination, slider, tag, icons. These also we have the included. Without these components, we cannot design any web pages. Next one is the information components. This information components, what the field we have to include from tooltips, icons, programs bar, notification, message box. Then last one is the model windows. For example, if you have search the field in indirect method means we cannot find the correct results. In this we have the text message like that. Next one is the principles of user interface design. The main principle is the structure and simplicity, visibility, feedback, tolerance rules. For example, if you design a web page means we have a proper structure. Without a proper structure we cannot design. For example, likewise order wise we need what the materials you need to search, then the product details, then again the price list, comparison, then ratings like that. For example, we have not a proper structure, we cannot search the product or we cannot sales the product or any other application like that. For example, if you develop a student database system means there is we need to take the student list. From that student list we have the address, phone book, then mark list like that. For next one is the simplicity. Then simplicity means for other customers also we can easily identify or easily we can search the results. For example, if you want to search a product means, then we can easiest way means the customer easily understand. It's difficult means we cannot understand, they cannot bother or buy the product. Then next one is the visibility and feedback. Then visibility means we need to attract the others also. For example, if I want to buy a product means we can search from the website or web page means the attraction is the main thing. This one is the color attraction. This other one is the design like that. Then feedback means for if you want to send the feedback, the customer send the feedback like that. Then tolerance assume that the fonts, style and the colors of the product details. The next one is a design skill. The designing skill is a technical knowledge, design elements, creativity to develop, integrate attraction and respect to website designing. Without a technical knowledge, we cannot design a proper web page. For example, we need to develop a product or web page in the .NET means we can the developer well known in this .NET. Then only we can develop the products. For example, the customers we use the different types of ideas and different inputs method like that. The developers need to maintain all the input methods and need to develop the like that customer requirements. Then design elements means different tools are there to design a product or a web page. that elements must be satisfied to the customers also. Then creativity, but creativity is a major thing. But the customer have the different some thoughts, means the developer have to some different thoughts, like to easiest like that. If the customer satisfied means we can accept that like that. Next one is integrated attractive. Next is website designing. And website designing means different attributes and different font style, different colors like that. Next one is tools for UI and UX design. In this we have some maximum tools in this to design a web page like that. Then Sketch, Visual Studio, Photo, Adobe XD. In this Adobe XD and Figma is mostly used in nowadays. For Adobe XD is to develop the operating system softwares, mobile applications, mobile OS like that. And next Figma uses WhatsApp, Facebook like that. In this we can easily add some additional features like that. In this Adobe XD we cannot add additional features like that simplest way. In this we have the security reason we cannot add additional features easiest way. In Figma we can easily add additional features. Nowadays the WhatsApp and Facebook like that using the Figma. Then next one advanced reason is the command line. Nowadays we Facebook are ready to use that. Next communication techniques. The major part of the design is the communication. Without communication proper way we cannot design a web page in exact ways. Meaning the listening, then the straight talking, non-verbal communication, stress manager, emotional control. First one the listening. First listening means for example if you want to develop a product means the customer send the details, what are the inputs needed, what are the output recommended for that, then what purpose we can develop. That's one is the listening. That's what we can collect the information based on the user requirements. Then straight talking means we directly want to talk. This is a possible way to design the product. This is only possible if you want to like this means we have the extra time, some difficult features like that. This is straight talking. The non-verbal communication means we can communicate the easiest way. Then stress management means then for example if the customer want this one, so only this way we can to develop means then the stress management is also that. Then last one is the emotional control. This emotional control is the most part in the communication, because every meeting the customer want to satisfy the products. That's why if a customer wants, sometimes we know extra additional features like that. In between product development the customer also want to add some additional features. That's that, and emotional control is built there. This main concept, the advanced professional image, then a better response for the stakeholders, then quick problem solving, strong decision making, more productivity. These are the major communication parts. Then feedback from the stakeholder is means we know to develop the before we develop some products like that, for web page or product like that. For that we can just collect the students' feedback. Then quick problem solving. For example, if we need to for developing a product means in this we have some problems to designing, or we cannot satisfy the user requirement. We need to at the same time or the short time we can to rectify the problems. The decision making is very important. Stronger decision making means once we can decide the means we can stay on that reason only. If possible means it's possible, sir, we can design the product. If not possible means we cannot develop the product like that. It's a major one. The next one is the futures of effective communication. Then futures, main future is already known, the active listening, then eye contact, posters, simple language, questioning skills. For example, if you want to develop a website for the laptop designing means the customers also easily know the details and features of that. For that way we can listening the user requirements, the eye contact, then languages, the simplest way to use the simplest way to know the specifications. That's why in this major communication features parts. The next is the golden rules of UID. The major golden rules were make user interface consistent, allow user to navigate easily via shortcuts, provide informative feedback, design dialogues to yield courses, then prevent error as much as possible, allow users way to reserve their action easily, support internal locus of control, minimizing memory load. These are the major golden rules. For example, if we develop a product, means we can easily understand the customers details. At the same time, the font style and the colors, attractions, these are the major. Without this, we cannot sales the product, or we can the customer, we cannot view the designs like that. So thanks for watching.